Hi, welcome back to our series, If These Walls Could Talk. You know, when I was young, I always had a thing about guys with motorcycles. Steve McQueen in The Great Escape and Marlon Brando in The Wild One. Brando came to Iverton in the summer of 1953 to appear in George Bernard Shaw's Arms and the Man with his friend William Redfield. He was already a big Hollywood star since the release in 1951 of A Streetcar Named Desire and in 52 of The Wild One. Those who were there the opening night will never forget Brando making his big entrance and tripping over his sword and falling flat on his face. The entire cast broke up and soon the audience was laughing along with them. That was Brando's last ever stage appearance. On opening night also, unexpectedly, his current love and interest, Movita Castaneda, showed up at the theater. She'd come to see Brando on stage, but also to check out some stories she probably heard about Brando and a couple of the starlets in the play. Henry Jostin, who was a publicist at the time, told me she was absolutely stunning in a gorgeous white cocktail dress. Everybody was looking at her, except Brando, who was nowhere to be seen. After the show, he didn't show up, and the next day she left without ever having seen him. When she'd gone, Brando appeared from behind the theater. He was worried about her fiery Mexican temper, and he'd spent the night on the ice house roof. Probably not alone. Henry loved Brando, and he shared this story with me, which is one of my favorites. Apparently, when he was here, he had heard that there was a camp in town for underprivileged kids from New York City, and he asked Henry to take him there. Henry thought it was going to be one of these quick PR junkets, but it ended up being an entire afternoon. Brando spent time telling the children how movies are made, answering all their questions, and he even joined them in an impromptu game of baseball. The shocker was that when they got back, Brando told Henry he was not allowed to tell anyone the story or share any of the pictures he'd taken because it would ruin his bad boy image. When his time in Iverton was up, he sought out everybody associated with the theater to thank them for making his time here so pleasant. You know, Henry told me there's only Brando and Art Carney that he remembers ever having done that. Thanks, Marlon. It's nice to know you.